Yes, someone's done it. Someone has driven a Formula 1 car on the road. Well, technically a GP2 car, but we'll gloss over that. Everyone's got that one cool story that they tell their friends in a night out, like the time they were nearly bitten by a shark while surfing, or saw the DVD logo in an old TV screen actually hit the corner. But I doubt there are few people who will top this guy. The man who drove what looks like a Ferrari Formula 1 car on the street. But at what cost? This is clearly very, very illegal, and rumour has it that he has somehow gotten away with it. You're watching Auto Anorak, and let's dive straight into what race car this actually is and just how much trouble the driver might have gotten themselves into. So yes, to clear things up, this is not actually a Ferrari Formula 1 car, and as many commenters have confirmed, it's actually a Dallara GP2 08. A GP2 car based on the 2006 Ferrari F1 chassis with a godly sounding and naturally aspirated 4-litre V8 derived from Renault. You can expect 600 horsepower from this thing, which in a car that weighs 1,500 pounds, that's under 700 kilos, is pure insanity. Clearly the driver of this is keeping it in touch with its Ferrari roots with the full OG Schumacher era livery, and clearly he's also insane, because yes, he's driving it on the street. Where exactly is he doing this and somehow getting away with it? The Czech Republic. And he's in tow with the Bugatti Chiron, as you can see in the video, which has me thinking, is the Czech Republic secretly supercar heaven? Like, were we car spotters being sent propaganda to head over to Monaco and London to see supercars whilst the real billionaires played around in the Czech Republic? Regardless of this, it doesn't seem entirely legal, and the Czech police seem to agree with this. Who would have guessed? But here's where this gets great. They can't persecute the driver because when you try to run the plates, well, yeah, nothing comes up. There are no plates. When you try to track down the VIN, well, yeah, nothing comes up because the Dallara GP2 doesn't seem to be in the system for registered cars in the Czech Republic. And finally, they can't identify the driver because the only clue was a racing helmet, and this car seems to have come from nowhere. I can't find any images or videos of this car other than this one, which does get you thinking, especially when the car is in the presence of a Chiron. This has to have been the dream of some random billionaire in the world that might have bought this car for the sole purpose of driving a GP2 car in the street, simply because he could, and I certainly don't blame him. I'm sure we can all agree that if we had the means, we would certainly be weaving through traffic in our own Dallara GP2 cars. And speaking of driving through traffic, you've got to hand it to them. The driver isn't being that crazy. Sure, they're accelerating every now and then, but this isn't half as dangerous as the people I see in Citroen Picassos every morning with one hand on the phone, one hand on their latte, and their knees on the steering wheel. No offense to Picasso owners, not that any of you know what a GP2 car is. Here's the best part. Apparently the driver has been doing this for the past 3 years. This is his little weekend hobby. It's just that this is the first time anyone has ever caught it on video. I mean, that's just spectacular. Czech authorities back in 2019 were asking the public to come forward with information back then, and nothing has been found. And he's still driving about in it 3 years later, in spite of the fact that it's likely he will face a permanent driving ban and confiscation of his car if he ever gets caught. Call it daft, call it dangerous or antisocial, I just think it's amazing that someone out there is living out all of our wildest childhood dreams. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know down below, if someone handed you the keys, if there are even keys for this thing, would you drive it on the road even though you know that you probably wouldn't get your license back if you got caught? I've got to admit, I'd be pretty tempted. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to join me and look at this ridiculous car on the road. That's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day, guys.